I'm Peter Morris and I'm a Senior Facilitator and Project Manager at EthosCRS. Today I want to share with you some tips about adapting project management techniques in situations where we cannot be face-to-face with our project team and where many of us are working from home. Project management is a useful tool to ensure work is completed on time, on budget and to the required standard. Just because we cannot be working alongside our project team does not mean that projects cannot be successful. The tips in this webinar are project management technique agnostic. Whether you're using Agile or Waterfall, it doesn't matter. These tips will be useful regardless. The first tip is to make sure the basics are in place. The virtual management of projects team and/or working from home provides a great opportunity to review the basics. Review the project plan and other project documentations to ensure that the schedule, costs and scope are still relevant. Review the stakeholder and risk management plans to see if they still meet project needs. In poorly managed projects, project plans are developed at the start of the project and then left on the shelf. Use the project plan and other documentation as the basis for communicating. Share the plan during meetings so that the project team are all on the same page. Now, I've always been a big fan of structuring communications, and this should continue even when you cannot meet face-to-face. Set regular meetings and make sure your project team attends. Technology, in this case, is our friend, and many of us are now familiar with conducting virtual meetings. Use technology to its maximum potential. Share your screen so that everyone is looking and discussing the same thing. Use your camera and make sure your project team does the same thing so you can read the body language in the meeting. Also, be careful to set boundaries. Working remotely and from home mean the boundaries between work and home can become blurred. As a manager, set reasonable boundaries for your team and yourself. And finally, a comment about continuous improvement. All good project managers look for ways to continually improve. Agile uses retrospectives to do this very intentionally. When we are managing a project remotely, it is useful to check in to see how the project management structures are going. Are stakeholders happy with the information they are getting? Did the project team have the information they needed to complete their work? I recommend making continuous improvement a little more structured if you are managing the project remotely. To sum up, the fact that we are now working from home and/or managing projects remotely does not mean projects are more likely to fail. Indeed, the changed circumstances might mean we have an opportunity to review the basics. Review the project plan and other documentation to make sure it is still fit for purpose. Undoubtedly, our communications will change if you cannot be in the same meeting room, though we should use technology to its maximum potential. And providing a little more structure to meetings and communications will overcome any shortfall of not being able to meet face-to-face. I hope you enjoyed this webinar. If you're interested in learning anything more about project management, please contact EthosCRS. Thank you.